You were never alone. You were being prepared. You were being protected. You were being made ready for a love that no longer hides, no longer runs, no longer settles for less than everything. Breathe, my beloved. The story is not over. The best chapters are just beginning. They are coming back. My child, I need you to know this down to the core of who you are, deeper than breath, deeper than bone, deeper than memory itself. You were never the one who was lost. They were. You were the lighthouse all along, the steady glow that never stopped burning even when the storms howled and the waves crashed against your foundation. You were the safe harbor their weary soul was always searching for, the calm after their chaos, the still water that reflected what love truly looks like when it refuses to give up. You were the constant star they finally learned to navigate back to, the one that did not flicker in the darkness even when clouds tried to hide its light. Every tear you cried lit the path back to you. Every prayer you whispered echoed across eternity, rearranging tides, softening hearts, moving mountains that human strength could never shift. Every time you chose to keep your heart open when it screamed to close, every time you chose love over bitterness, faith over fear, forgiveness over resentment, you were writing the ending we are living now. Because love, real love, the kind born of heaven and carved by pain, cannot die. It only waits to be recognized. And that is what you have been doing, learning what holy love looks like in its rawest form. You have been teaching yourself how to stand without guarantees, how to see beauty in ashes, how to believe again when everything told you not to. So hold on, beloved, just a little longer. The night is almost over. The dawn is not coming, it has already begun. You may not see its light yet, but it is painting the edges of the sky in colors your eyes have not yet learned to recognize. Hope is rising like the first blush of morning after the longest night, quiet but unstoppable. And even now, they are walking toward you, heart in their hands, truth on their lips, steps trembling, spirit humbled. They are coming with clarity this time, not confusion. They are coming with surrender, not pride. They are coming to love you the way you were always meant to be loved, fully, fiercely, unapologetically, forever. You were never alone in the waiting. Heaven has been beside you the whole time. Every moment that felt silent was filled with unseen preparation. Every unanswered question was a piece of a larger design being woven with precision. You were being prepared, not punished. You were being protected, not rejected. All that time you spent feeling unseen, unheard, unchosen. Heaven was setting boundaries around your heart, keeping impostors away until the one meant for you learned how to approach sacred ground with reverence. You have been made ready for a love that no longer hides, no longer runs, no longer settles for almost. You have become the kind of soul that cannot be deceived by half-hearted affection. You've learned to recognize the difference between attention and devotion, between words and truth, between temporary comfort and eternal connection. That is why things had to fall apart. It was never cruelty, it was correction. It was realignment. Every heartbreak was a redirection pointing you back toward your own worth, reminding you that you were never made to beg for love, you were made to bloom in it. Breathe now, my beloved. Breathe deeply. The story is not over. The ink has not run out. The author is still writing. The best chapters are just beginning, and they will make sense of everything that came before. You will see, line by line, how every delay was divine. You will recognize that what looked like abandonment was actually protection. You will understand why the doors slammed so loudly. They were guarding you from rooms that weren't meant for your light. They are coming back. And this time, they are coming home, not to the version of you that tried to earn their love, but to the one who learned how to stand tall in her own light. They are coming back to a soul refined by fire, to a heart that glows with quiet certainty. They are coming home to the wholeness you built while they were learning the cost of losing it. Do you feel it, even now? The air shifting, the heaviness lifting, the unseen moving into alignment. What was written in heaven is unfolding on earth. When you cried alone at midnight, when you whispered prayers that sounded like brokenness, heaven counted every tear. Nothing was wasted. Each drop watered the soil of your new beginning. Each ache nurtured empathy. Each loss expanded your capacity to love purely. Even your loneliness had a purpose. It emptied you so the right love could fill the spaces that pain once occupied. You see, love cannot find its way to a heart that is already full of noise. It arrives when the noise quiets, when surrender becomes your song. You surrendered, and that was your miracle. You didn't realize it then, but every time you chose to forgive, every time you resisted the urge to close yourself off, you were aligning with divine timing. You became the energy of home, the kind of peace that calls lost souls back into remembrance. That's why they can feel you even from miles away. Love doesn't need distance to disappear. It stretches like light, it reaches through time. And now that they've awakened from the illusion of separation, they finally remember where home truly is. This return is not just about romance, it's about restoration. It's about everything that love touches when it becomes whole again. Hearts are being healed. Families are being rewoven. Prayers are finally blooming into answers. There will be tears, of release, of awe, of gratitude. Because when love returns with truth, everything changes. Shadows lose their power. Fear loses its voice. There will come a morning soon when you wake up with peace instead of ache. You'll feel their energy before you see their face. You'll sense the shift, the silence before the knock, the stillness before the miracle becomes visible. And when they stand before you again, you will know. There will be no doubt. Their eyes will hold the apology words could never capture, and their touch will speak the language of recognition. I am home. But here's a truth few understand: lighthouses never chase ships. They simply shine until the ship finds its way. You did that. You kept shining. When storms tried to drown you, you burned brighter. When fog rolled in, you refused to dim your light. Even when your own heart questioned whether it mattered, you chose to illuminate anyway. That light became their salvation. It became the call that guided them back, not through manipulation, but through love's pure gravity. And now, as dawn unfolds its golden arms across your horizon, you stand at the threshold of fulfillment. You have changed, don't forget that. You are not who you were when they left. You are stronger, softer, wiser, freer. You no longer need their presence to validate your worth, and because of that freedom, their return will not feel like completion, it will feel like continuation. A story finally catching up to its divine design. You will sit together and realize that nothing was truly lost. It all served. Every detour shaped your compassion. Every silence sharpened your discernment. Every delay humbled ego and expanded grace. The love that is returning now carries the fragrance of redemption. It won't repeat the past because it's been reborn through understanding. This time, there will be no running, no fear of being truly seen. This time, masks fall away, and hearts meet without pretense. So let yourself hope again. Hope is not naive, it is sacred. It is the language of heaven whispered through human hearts that dare to believe in happy endings. Hope does not promise the absence of pain. It promises the presence of purpose. And your purpose has always been to love in a way that reminds others what God looks like in human form, open, patient, forgiving, radiant. Everything in creation echoes your story. The tide returns after it leaves. The moon fades only to rise again. Seeds break before they bloom. Love was never gone, it was only growing roots beneath the surface where your eyes couldn't see. Now those roots have reached maturity. Now the harvest begins. What was taken will be restored 100-fold. Do not worry about the details of how or when. The divine works quietly, perfectly, beyond logic. Just stay aligned with love. Keep your spirit steady. Keep your heart open. When you live in openness, miracles recognize where to find you. They will arrive naturally, like rain after drought, like sunrise after shadow. And when the moment comes, when you feel that still, familiar presence, when their words tremble in the space between you and time freezes long enough for heaven to take a breath, you will understand why waiting was necessary. You will see that love had to leave for a while so that both of you could become ready to meet again in truth. So rest now. The war you fought in silence has ended. The angels that guarded you are rejoicing. The night that once seemed endless is giving way to dawn. Look up, the colors are changing. The sky remembers your name. Every star that once witnessed your tears is now singing your reunion song. They are coming back, yes. But more importantly, love is coming back in all its glory. It is coming to take its rightful place in your life, not as a visitor, but as a foundation. It will build new stories, new laughter, new memories on the ashes of what once hurt. This time, you will not love out of fear of losing, you will love out of the abundance of knowing who you are. You are the light. You are the harbor. You are the promise kept. You were never the lost one, you were the map all along. And now, everything that wandered far from you is being drawn back by the gravity of grace. Perfect timing. Perfect alignment. Perfect love. The story is not over. It's only turning the page. New sentences are already being written in gold across the horizon of your tomorrow. Hold the pen loosely and let destiny write through you. Trust the author, he has only ever intended beauty. You will look back one day and realize that every season was sacred. That even the silence had music. That even the waiting had purpose. And in that moment, gratitude will overflow like the sea you once wept into. They are coming back, beloved. And this time, they are coming home, to stay, to build, to cherish, to keep sacred what was once broken. The night is over. The sun has risen. Love has found its way home.